Hear me now, my dear one. It is I, the one who created you, the one who shaped every part of your life and understands every thought that crosses your mind. You are not here by accident. You are here because I have planned it. It is my purpose that has brought you to this moment, and it is no coincidence that my voice reaches you now, loud and clear. A message of importance flows from my heart to yours, touching the deepest part of your soul. I know the silent struggles you have faced, the ones others cannot see, yet these struggles have drained your energy, peace, and even your hope. I am aware of the worries weighing on your mind, the uncertainties that have touched your family, and the burdens in your heart. You did not arrive here by chance. My hand has been guiding you, step by step, to this exact moment, because I have spoken a word over your life, and it is a word of victory and promise. I have seen your quiet pain, the pain you hide from others, and I have felt it deeply. I have heard your unspoken prayers, those thoughts you felt were too small to reach me, but I gathered every one of them. Even in moments when you thought I was silent, know that my silence was not without purpose. It was a silence of attention and care. I have been watching over you, moving things behind the scenes to protect you and prepare the path for the destiny I have for you. Though the adversary tried to silence your spirit and make you believe you had no worth or purpose, today I declare that his hold on you is broken. I speak now, and my voice cuts through all the darkness surrounding you. This is not just another day. This is a turning point, a new beginning. You may wonder why now, and why you, but I want you to know this. My timing is always perfect. I do not move ahead or fall behind. Every stage of your life has a purpose, a reason. This current season of your life was set aside for you from eternity. What you thought were delays were actually my way of protecting you. The doors that closed, leaving you in tears, were not meant to hurt you. They were walls built to keep you safe. Even the moments when you felt stuck and frustrated were part of my plan to guide you to a place where you could grow, heal, and flourish. I know the long nights when sleep wouldn't come and your mind kept racing, trying to find solutions to problems that felt impossible. I know the days when your energy drained before noon, and you felt like you were carrying a burden no one should bear. I know there were times, in your solitude, when you questioned whether I still heard you, whether I was still near, whether you still mattered to me. Today, I answer you with certainty. I have never left your side, not even for a moment. I have walked with you through every valley, been with you through every storm. And even though you couldn't always see me, my footprints were beside yours every step of the way. Stay with me and hear these words, for what I am about to share with you has the power to change everything. Don't let this moment pass you by, for what you hear now is the key to a new beginning, a new season I've prepared for you, one where you no longer have to carry the weight that has held you back. I, your God, have spoken, and this time, my word will not return empty. Listen closely, for this is not a fleeting thought or a mere human inspiration. It is a command from my throne to your life, an eternal truth. You may feel an inner stir because something holy is being revealed to you. The restlessness in your soul is not fear. It is the touch of my spirit awakening parts of you that have been asleep for far too long. The obstacles that have blocked your path are being removed right now, and you will walk freely into the new season I've planned for you. Barriers that once seemed impossible to overcome are being removed. Your situation has now reached a place of divine decision, where, in the wisdom of my justice, I have taken your cause as my own. The one who knows the hearts and counts every tear has chosen to rise up and stand in your defense. I have seen every tear you shed, even the ones you quickly wiped away so others wouldn't notice. I have seen your patience, not the kind of patience that simply accepts defeat, but a quiet strength that kept you going when everything seemed against you. You have endured trials that many could not, yet you did not shout about it or seek praise. Your perseverance reached me, and it was a sweet offering. Today, I declare that the silence of my kingdom regarding your situation has come to an end. My voice, which shakes mountains and stills storms, rises not just to comfort but to deliver a powerful word of justice, freedom, and restoration. When I speak, everything shifts. Chaos finds order, the broken pieces are mended, and the lost return home. Do not resist this truth. Do not try to analyze it as if it were just a human matter, because what is unfolding now comes from above. Allow yourself to be filled with this truth. Close your eyes for a moment. If you feel my guidance, take a deep breath and let this certainty settle within you, like a river of peace flowing through your soul. What you hear is not just a message or words. It is a living connection between where I dwell and where you are. It is an invisible, yet unbreakable, bond that ties your heart to mine. That is why I call you today to let go of all fear, all doubt that has held you back. I call you to step out of the spiritual emptiness where you felt stuck. I call you back to my protective presence, to the refuge that has always been available to you. The opportunity is still here. Hope is still alive. But this moment, this door opening before you, is a special one, and it will not stay open forever. It's like the dawn. When the light rises fully, that moment of unique beauty is gone, never to be repeated. You must respond to this call while it is still here, for now is the time I am extending my hand to you. I want you to do something with me. It's not difficult or distant. It's an act of faith and surrender. Say these words aloud, if you can, or silently in your heart. Creator, I hear your voice. I accept your word. I respond to your call. I am yours. As you say these words, something in the atmosphere around you will begin to shift. The spiritual weight that once pressed on you will loosen. Invisible chains will weaken, and a gentle warmth, like a comforting embrace, will begin to surround you. This is not just in your mind. It is my presence touching what once felt beyond reach. As you remain in this moment, understand this. I did not bring you here to leave you unchanged. This is the start of a deep transformation that will touch even the parts of your life you have forgotten. Just as the sun must rise and shine when it is time, my light in you cannot be stopped once it begins to shine. In this moment, eternity bends toward your life. This is not a figure of speech. It is a real and tangible event in the spiritual world. Heaven itself has moved to make sure these words reach you, because there are plans written for your life, and now is the time for them to unfold. This has not happened by accident. It was part of my plan long before you took your first breath. Everything you have gone through, even what seemed like failures or setbacks, has been woven together to bring you to this moment. I have seen the silent struggles you faced when no one was watching. There were times when the burden you carried felt heavier than you could bear. You walked paths where the light was dim and loneliness was your constant companion. But still, you kept moving forward. It was not by chance. It was my strength that held you up, even when you felt empty inside. Today, something deep inside you will be stirred. That feeling you can't quite explain is my spirit touching the very core of your being. There has been something standing in your way, and I am removing it right now. Doors that once seemed permanently shut will start to open, not because of anything you've done, but because the power of my word will cause them to yield. You don't need to push them with desperation. They will open at the sound of my voice. Your life has come before my divine justice, and there is no place for lies or false accusations here. I have seen every detail, every intention, every tear you shed in private. I have noticed your patience when it seemed like nothing was changing, your perseverance when your strength was almost gone. None of it hath been overlooked. Every act of faith, no matter how small, has been remembered in my eternal plan. And now, I speak over you with a voice that brings not only comfort, but power. It is a voice that frees, that heals what was broken, that returns what was lost. When I speak, I do not fill the air with empty words. My words carry the very essence of creation. With one command, I make crooked paths straight. I make what was stopped begin to move, and I bring the dead back to life. What I declare does not need the approval of circumstances, because my word has the full authority to be fulfilled. Do not resist what I am doing. Do not try to measure it by the limited understanding you have. Allow this truth to wash over you like rain on parched earth. Let it reach every part of you where hope once seemed lost. Take a deep breath and accept this moment as a sign that you have not been forgotten. What you are feeling is not just a passing thought or fleeting emotion. It is a lasting bond that connects my presence with the very essence of who you are. There is no distance, no barrier, no darkness that can break this bond. I call you to release the anxiety that has weighed down your mind, to let go of the burdens you were never meant to carry. The opportunity is still here, but it won't last forever. What I offer you now is an open door, but it will not stay open forever. This is a time of decision, a moment when you can choose to step into something new or stay where you are. I invite you to make a simple yet powerful response. Speak from the deepest part of your being. Creator, I receive your word. I accept your call. I am yours. As you say this, you will feel a change in the atmosphere around you. It will be as if a heavy burden hath been lifted and a fresh breeze is flowing through every part of you. This is not just a passing feeling. It is the proof that my spirit is moving in real time. And as this happens, know that I have begun something in you that will not stop halfway. What I have started in your life will come to its full completion. Just as a seed does not stay hidden forever beneath the soil, what I have planted in you will eventually rise up and be seen. You will see it with your own eyes and know that what I promised was always on its way. In this moment, things are moving that your eyes cannot see, and your ears cannot hear, but they are already affecting everything around you. The spiritual realm has aligned to bring to pass what has been prepared for you. Commands have been issued from on high that cannot be undone, and the ground beneath your feet is starting to shift. What once seemed like scattered pieces of a puzzle are now coming together, forming a picture I have been quietly building. Subtle movements are taking place that, in a short time, will become clear to you. Relationships, opportunities, paths, and resources that once felt distant will begin to draw near. This is not by coincidence, and it is not luck. It is the unfolding of what I declared long before you faced your hardest struggles. Where you once heard no, you will hear yes, backed by my power. Where there were walls, there will now be open ways. What once seemed lifeless will begin to show signs of growth. I have seen the deep weariness in your soul. It is not just physical exhaustion, but that inner tiredness that comes from waiting too long, when it felt like the answer would never come. But today, I declare that a new force is coming toward you. It is like a river that sweeps away all that has gathered to block your way. This current not only clears the way but also brings everything needed to build what is coming next. There is a time for planting, a time for waiting, and a time for harvest. A long season of waiting that felt endless is now giving way to the time of fulfillment, not because you have done everything perfectly, but because my mercy has chosen to be with you. When I set a time for something, no one and nothing can delay it beyond what I have already decided. What is meant to blossom will blossom, even if the season seemed unfavorable. Do not overlook the small signs that will begin to appear. What seems like an insignificant detail is actually a part of a much larger plan that will lead you to the fulfillment of the promises I made. There will be unexpected conversations, moments that seem like mere coincidences, but are actually divine connections, and opportunities that will show up out of nowhere. Do not take them lightly, for they are key pieces that will open the way to what is coming. In places where others thought you would be stuck, they will see you move forward. In spaces where you were ignored, your name will be remembered and spoken. Where everything seemed closed off, you will discover new paths. And when this happens, you will know it was not by your own strength or the help of others, but because my hand moved every detail in your favor. This is not a temporary shift. It is the beginning of a new foundation in your life. What I establish now will stand firm. Nothing will be able to tear it down, because it is not supported by human efforts, but by the power of my word and the faithfulness of my promise. What I hold stays. So take this moment as a sign. Do not fear the change that is coming, even if you do not fully understand every step. You will walk on ground you have never walked before, but you will do so with confidence, for every step will be guided by my direction. It is not about returning to what you lost, but moving into something that was always meant for you and is now, at last, being given to you. In the highest places, where nothing can stay hidden, a decision has been made in your favor. This is not a human judgment or a temporary opinion. It is an unchangeable decision that will alter the course of everything that was set against you. What once seemed fixed, what you thought could never change, is now being rewritten by my hand. The words that were spoken against you, the plans that were made to limit you, and the situations that tried to hold you back are losing all their power. One by one, I am removing the obstacles that stood between who you are today and who I always meant for you to be. I am not simply clearing away stones from your path, but I am also straightening roads that had become twisted and closing off paths that were leading you to destruction. This is not a small adjustment. It is a total reworking that will change the direction you have been going in. There are areas of your life that have been taken over by fear, doubt, and insecurity, and those spaces are being emptied. My light is breaking through, pushing out everything that does not fit with the purpose I have for you. What once seemed like a solid wall of negative thoughts and limiting beliefs is now falling apart. Not one piece of what once kept you trapped will remain. Changes are coming that you won't be able to explain by your own effort or wisdom, because they will go beyond anything you could have planned. These changes will be so accurate that even the smallest details will show that this is my direct work in your life. You will find resources in places where there was nothing before. Doors that you never even thought to open will swing wide, and paths you never considered will become clearly visible to you. This process will not leave you in confusion. Every step you take will give you more confidence that you are heading in the right direction. What once took all your strength to deal with will now be solved with ease. What seemed impossible will suddenly become possible. not because the natural rules have changed, but because the power of my favor will create a way where there was no way before. This favor is not a matter of luck or chance. It is the result of a decision I made deep within my will. The atmosphere around you is being cleansed. I am removing harmful connections that appeared to be opportunities, and I am bringing people, resources, and situations that match what I want to build with you. It's not just that I will take away what hurts you, but I will replace it with what strengthens, builds, and multiplies the good in your life. In the days ahead, you will see that certain problems start to resolve on their own, without you needing to step in. What once needed your constant attention will no longer weigh you down. And in the space that is now free, I will place new tasks, new challenges, and new joys, all signs that your time to move forward has arrived. Do not be afraid. At first, some things may feel unstable. This is just the old making way for the new. Just like the earth must be prepared before a new structure is built, I am shifting the foundations of what was not worthy so that what remains will be strong and lasting. When everything falls into place, you will understand why every change happened, that every move was made with purpose, and that everything led to what I have always planned for you. In the hidden parts of your life, where your deepest thoughts and secret desires are found, I have placed something new that will soon begin to show itself in you. This is not just a passing thought or a quick burst of inspiration. It is a deep planting of purpose that will bear fruit at just the right moment. What I am planting in you cannot be taken or destroyed, because it holds the mark of my nature and the strength of my word. An invisible structure is being built to hold what is about to appear. It's like laying a foundation before anyone sees the building. On the surface, you may not notice big changes, but deep within your spirit, something is already forming. Just like roots grow before the trunk shows, what I am doing is firming up what will bring stability to everything that is to come. I am putting in place an order that will bring peace where there was once confusion. This is not an order forced by pressure or control, but the perfect harmony that comes when everything aligns with the truth. What once seemed scattered and out of place will start to fit together in such a precise way that you will know it is not by chance. You will see how situations that once felt unrelated will come together like pieces of a puzzle, revealing the complete picture. A new strength is beginning to flow toward you. It is not just physical energy. It is an inner power that will help you hold what I am about to give you, because what is coming is not small or temporary. It requires you to be strong enough to carry it and make it grow. This new strength will allow you to keep going without feeling exhausted and to move forward without fear of backing down. I am also awakening a clarity in you that will clear away the confusion that has built up over time. The doubts that clouded your mind will lose their power. You will no longer walk around in uncertainty, but with confident steps toward a clear goal. This clarity will be so sharp that you will know exactly when to act, when to wait, and when to speak. Every decision you make in this state of certainty will be guided by my wisdom. There are promises you thought were forgotten, like seeds that never sprouted. But they were not dead. They were simply waiting for the right moment. That moment has now arrived. What once seemed still will begin to grow quickly, and when you see it, you will understand that it wasn't a delay without purpose, but a careful preparation so that the outcome would be complete and lasting. As this unfolds, understand that you are not only being prepared to receive, but also to turn what you receive into a blessing for others. What I give you will not stay with you alone. It will go beyond your own life and touch others in ways you may never expect. It is part of a much bigger plan, one that connects beyond the personal and reaches into something far greater. That's why, as the land of your life is refreshed, as your roots grow strong and your vision becomes clear, hold on to the certainty that none of this is temporary. I am building something that will last, and when the time comes for everything to unfold, you will realize that every moment of waiting, every change within you, and every unseen shift were all steps leading to what was always meant to be yours. Just as the light of the morning cannot be stopped by the darkness of night, what I have started in you cannot be interrupted by outside forces. Even if your surroundings feel uncertain or if others around you don't understand what is happening, my work will continue to unfold with precision. Nothing that happens can change what has already been set in motion by my will. Every step you take, no matter how small it seems, is part of fulfilling a purpose that cannot fail. When everything is in place, and you look back, you will see clearly that everything made sense, that every loss created space for something greater, and that every silence was filled with action that you could not see. This will not be just a story of recovery. It will be a complete transformation. What I am doing is not taking you back to where you were, but lifting you to a higher, stronger, and fuller place than you could have imagined. And when you experience it, you will know it was not by your strength, but because of my unwavering love and eternal faithfulness. Listen carefully now, my dear one. It is I, your Creator, the one who formed every part of your life and understands every thought that comes to your mind, speaking to you directly at this moment. You are not hearing these words by chance. It is all part of a divine plan that was carefully set in motion long before your days began. You are here because I have brought you here, because I decided that this is the moment when my voice will reach you clearly, deeply, and unmistakably. A message that comes from the very core of my heart is reaching the deepest part of yours. I know the hidden battles you have been fighting, the ones no one can see, but that have drained your strength, peace, and even your hope. I know the worries that have filled your mind, the uncertainties that have affected your family, and the burdens that have weighed heavily on your heart. You did not arrive here by accident. My invisible hand has been guiding you every step of the way to this very moment, because a powerful word has been spoken over your life by the highest authority, a heavenly decree that is working in your favor. I have seen your silent pain, the kind you hide so no one else sees. But I have felt it as clearly as if it were a voice crying out. I have heard the prayers you never said aloud, those thoughts that seemed too weak to reach heaven, but I have gathered them, and I have listened with an attentive ear. Even when you thought I was silent, that silence was part of my answer, a silence filled with care and intention. I have not only been watching from a distance, but I have been moving unseen threads, arranging the circumstances, and protecting paths to ensure nothing will destroy the purpose I have set for you. The enemy tried to silence your voice, to slowly dim your light, and to make you believe you had no worth or purpose. He wanted to keep you hidden so that you would never shine with the light I placed inside of you. But today, I declare that time has ended. My hands are breaking the chains that have held you, and my voice is cutting through the darkness to reach you. This is a turning point, a moment that marks a new beginning. Do not compare it to other times, for what I am doing now is not just a repeat of what had been, but a completely fresh start. You may be asking, why now? Why me? And I want you to understand this. My timing is flawless. I do not rush, nor do I lag behind. Every season of your life has a purpose and a reason, and this particular season was set aside from eternity just for you. The delays you thought were setbacks were actually protections. The doors that slammed shut and caused you to cry were walls raised to keep you safe. Even the pauses that felt unfair were part of my plan to bring you to a place where you could grow and thrive. I know the long nights when sleep seemed impossible and your mind raced, trying to find answers to problems that felt unsolvable. I know the days when your strength faded before noon and you felt like you were carrying a burden too heavy for one person to bear. I know there were times, in your solitude, when you wondered if I was still listening, if I was still close, and if you still mattered to me.